Hello everybody, it is Thursday and that means that it is time for another weekly video. 45th week in Germany as part of the CBYX program. Let's see what we got going on this week. Starting off last Friday at work, my boss called me into his office like, hey Mike, I want to talk with you. There's been a position that's opened up and yeah, so we're going to be making you an offer. Well, he didn't really say like that. There's like a lot of other stuff that like we have to go through, but pretty much what he said is that we're going to make an offer for you. We need your application. You need to send it to HR. There's a meeting. They're going to discuss it because usually you got to jump through a bunch of holes. You know, you got to like collect all the applicants, call back the people for interviews, call back the person that you want for a second interview, talk details, fill out a contract, all that stuff. It takes some time, you know. I really don't have that long. I already got another offer on the table, so my boss is trying to push it through. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that happened on Friday, and so yeah, now I have an offer from Saarbrücken and from Aachen, and now I get to choose which one I want to take. Pick your poison, right? Then on Friday after work, Dad and I met up at Silo, which is a pretty cool bar right along the Bank of the Tsar. I mentioned it before in past videos, so you guys might know what I'm talking about. Hung out there for a little while, had a couple of beers, and then Harry and his girlfriend then joined us a little bit later. Thad then went off and hung out with Jenny the rest of the night, and then Harry and his girlfriend and I went into Saarbrücken and hit up a couple of bars for a couple more beers. And yeah, it was a pretty chill night, Saturday was the day the heat wave started in Germany. It was up to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, for those of you guys that may not be on the Celsius system, might still be on the Fahrenheit, body temperature is 37. So if it's 40, do the math. Turtle was hot. Let's just put it that way. Saturday was going to be a day full of productivity and doing things. Then I just decided to get up at noon. And then we had some schwenker for, you know, that like middle of the day type of a meal. I was actually the one that was in charge of the whole schwenking process. You know, I was really put to my test to see if I was actually a real Saarlandian or just another stupid American. Turned out alright. Lucas and Marcus, you know, helped me a little bit, you know, with the fire and the schwenking technique. And apparently, you know, they know everything, so gotta follow what they do, you know. And of course, just like, you know, German weekend meals, they last for hours on end. And so by the time 4 o'clock, 4:30 rolled around, then I had to scout my dad, and then I had to scout my mom, and you know, that just takes forever. Then later that evening, I then finally did get to some stuff. Looked up apartments and stuff like that. Didn't do anything Saturday night. Sunday continued with a lot of more warm weather. During the day, kind of just sat inside where it was nice and cool. Watched some TV. Did some more work in terms of, you know, apartment looking for and stuff like that. That was some great English there, Mike. Good job. Relaxed. And then Harry texted me and was like, hey man, what are you up to? I was like, hey, not much. Want to grab a beer? Alright, so we went into the city, just to a nice little bar down on Bahnhofstrasse. Had a couple of beers and then he's like, hey, well I got a buddy down on the park along the Tsar. If you want to go meet up with him, we can go hang out with him. Sure, why not? I said. So we then went down to the park and just kind of chilled out. Met some people and talked with them for a little bit. The downing of beers continued after we left the park as it was starting to get dark, and then went into St. Johannesmarkt and went to another bar. Called it an evening, not after too long, and then grabbed some pizza and then went home for the evening. Monday was a holiday, of course, because you know you can't go more than like 2 weeks in a row without having a public holiday in Germany. And it was again balls ass hot outside. And my host mom was like, well, let's go somewhere and do something. And my host mom had the idea that we go up to the Rhine River, and she wanted to take a river cruise. All the way up to Bingen, my host father decided to take advantage of the no speed limit rule and just maxed out the BMW. I'm riding shotgun, just like, yeah! My host mom's in the back like, oh, Alfred, please slow down. But yeah, dude, we were maxing that puppy out. 230 kilometers an hour. It was pretty badass. For any of you guys that are in the Mainz-Frankfurt area and are looking to do something next weekend, or this weekend even, we went from Bingen to St. Goar. Alright, and it was like an hour and a half, 2 hour long boat ferry, and we saw like 10, 15 castles. It was actually really cool. Once we got to St. Goar, had some lunch, and it was really hot. Not only was the food extremely hot, I had this like baked tortellini thing, but again, it was like 40 degrees, 41 degrees outside. It was ridiculous. There was humidity because we were right on the river. There was like no wind. It's one of those days where like you walk outside the door and immediately start sweating. Dad, you know what I'm talking about, man, right? There also happened to be a castle in Sankt Goa, and so we hiked up to the top of the hill, looked around the castle. We didn't go inside the castle because one, we didn't want to pay for it. It was like €6 or something like that. And also, we had to catch our ferry back because it was the last one of the day. We didn't want to get stuck in St. Goar and have to walk for like 5 hours back to our car because it was really, really hot outside. So yeah, someone told me, or I heard it on the news or something, I can't remember, but apparently this past weekend was the hottest weekend in June ever in Germany. The heat wave continued then into Tuesday, although Tuesday night it did rain a little bit and cooled things off a little bit. It was still kind of, still pretty warm on Wednesday, that's for sure. Wednesday evening after work, I reserved some more stuff for my trip coming up here at the last 2 weeks, and I watched some TV. 24 Hours of Le Mans is this weekend, and so I was watching the qualifying on TV. So that was actually pretty interesting. And that's going to bring us to Thursday. World Cup starts today. That's some kind of soccer tournament that's going on in Brazil. I don't know a lot about it. I'm just kidding. I know all about it because Germans are crazy about football over here. You want to know how crazy they are? They completely deck out their cars in like German flag shit. It's really annoying. Like, I can understand if you like put up like a Christmas tree for Christmas, maybe some lights, maybe build a snowman out in the front yard. That's great. But like the tacky like little cheap plastic flags that you stick in your window. And like you have like the magnet flags that you put on the doors, and you have like the mirror covers. I've never seen these. Germans have these like nylon mirror covers that are black, red, and yellow. It's retarded. Like I understand like national pride and stuff like that. You want to support your team, but don't ruin your cars. It looks so bad. So bad. It's like the people that put the reindeer antlers and then the Rudolph nose on their car. It's like, yes, we understand it's Christmas time. Your car looks like shit. I'm sorry. But like, it's just really annoying. And like, everybody has them. Thank God my host family hasn't put them on their car yet. And after I got done filming everything, I go downstairs, have a little bit of dinner. And lo and behold, I see Marcus's car decked out in Germany stickers and the mirror covers of the German flag. Oh, Marcus, we're gonna have to have a talk later, my friend. So yeah, World Cup starts today. Brazil plays somebody. I don't know. It's soccer. Gonna go into Saarbrücken and watch the game with some people probably in town. And this weekend, it's still kind of up in the air. I might go up to Aachen and do some apartment searching. There's like some stuff going on tomorrow at the university. I'm not exactly sure, but I will keep guys in the loop next week. So I hope everyone's doing alright, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.